Hello everyone. So I'm going to start a new playlist on AWS along with the other parallelly ongoing playlist. So in the playlist for AWS, I'll be focusing on all the components or all the or on the services which are provided by AWS. As we all know, AWS is widely adopted cloud platform which is offered by Amazon, and we have other platforms also like GCP, Azure, and Oracle. Uh, with my experience, I'll go with AWS in my upcoming videos because AWS, if we know how to leverage the services or how to integrate those AWS services, how to deploy the solutions on AWS, it's pretty much same on all the platforms by here and there changes, but it's the concept will be same. So here I've listed down all the core services offered by AWS. For example, compute services, storage services, database services, networking services. So in my upcoming videos, I'll be using small use cases to see how we can build a solution and deploy on these AWS platforms, or we can integrate with these AWS services. So when we design any system, we have to make sure about one thing, that tomorrow if I have to change any particular service, or I have to move from one service to another service, in the system the changes should be least possible way, or redesigning of the system will not create a big impact. So every service need not to be tightly coupled. So the system has to be designed in that way. Now, if I take an example, if today I'm using ECS, which is Elastic Container Service, I'll be using Docker images to deploy the services on ECS via Jenkins. If tomorrow I don't want to use ECS and I want to move to some other container service, then my images will be same. Only we have to change the infrastructure. So the references to the infrastructure will be changes, and some minor changes will be there. But there will not be much of logical changes. So that is how we have to keep in our mind when we build any system and we deploy it on AWS. Now, if I take an example, why we are going to use, like what what is the strength of the AWS, or if I take about how we can how we are going to unlock the power of cloud with AWS. Now, for I just take an example. If I have a microservice, or say I have multiple microservices, I'm going to check in the code in GitHub. Then from there, it will be picked up by the Jenkins because we will be setting CI/CD pipelines. And from Jenkins, we will be having configurations in a way. The microservices will go to the destination, either EC2 or ECS as per our design, or it can go to Lambda, or it can go to some database. We can connect to database. So this is how the system is built up. So we have to this is just a mini version of it. So here we are not going to talk about Jenkins as of now. I'm going to use only the microservices. We will be developing on local. We will be checking it into GitHub, and then manually we will be using the components of AWS, and then we will use how we can use EC2, how we can use ECS, how we can use Lambda, and like that the other services. So this is just a short video just to give an idea what we are going to do in our upcoming videos. I hope the upcoming videos will be helpful to make it little more beneficial. If you guys can provide any feedback, or if you guys can share your areas of exploration, or the areas where you want some analysis to be done, please feel free to put it in the comment section. I'll definitely explore it, analyze it, and we can discuss it further in our later videos. So this is it for now. I hope with my upcoming videos we are going to make some better approaches with AWS. Thank you so much for now.